Hey, I'm Alex back from Board Game Co. and welcome to a solo Sunday video. We are going to be playing through Tend over here. We're going to be playing a solo game of Tend because you may or may not have seen this yet, but if you did see the news, there are expansions coming for Tend, which is a good opportunity to go ahead and jump back into this and see how it plays. Which is not for me, for you. I've already played this twice this week. This is my third time playing it this week. My first time playing it solo. In fact, it's my first time playing it solo ever. We're going to go ahead and dive into this. First off, we're going to do setup and all those things. We're going to talk about some stuff. Maybe we'll do a solo challenge. Like there's influencer challenges in the back of this rulebook. I might do one of those. And by might, I definitely will. Before we do, this channel is sponsored by Allplay. More up at them. No, I was going to say more up at them at the end of the video, but let's do it now. If you go to allplay.com, you can find a variety of games, including one of my favorite solo games of all time, Enchanted Ivy. You can go ahead and check that out, and games from all the various partner publishers. Do that at allplay.com. I'm pretty sure it's allplay.com. If not, then I'm sorry. Anyways, with that, we're going to go ahead and set up. First thing you're going to do is you're going to shuffle these cards over here. You're going to choose an objective. Now, I will note, I said I'm doing an influencer challenge. Strictly speaking, the way that works is you can actually go online and find the challenges and set a seed, and it'll kind of run the exact game they had, and then you'll be able to see if you can beat their score with the exact same cards and everything. That's the best way to do it in theory. The reason I'm not doing that is because that screen is pretty small, and I don't want to go hunting through the season cards every round to find the right cards for the challenge. Like, I could probably replicate this over here. I guess the shuffling too. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's a cute idea. If you do enjoy this solo gameplay enough and you do want to see me run through an actual influencer challenge, I probably could pull up my tablet and make it bigger so we can see things. Let me know if you do want to see that. In fact, here's what we're going to do. Okay? If you do want to see another solo gameplay of me running through a full influencer challenge, you get to vote down below, A, if you want to see it, and B, which one you want to see. If there's enough demand, by enough demand, I mean, if I get 2 comments who want to see a solo influencer challenge, I'm probably not going to do it. But if 20 of you comment that you want it, then I will go ahead and do it, and I'll pick the most picked influencer challenge. In fact, I'll show you the rulebook in a second, so you can see who the possibilities are. We're going to shuffle our neighbor cards, put them over here. We are going to take our starter task cards over here. We're going to shuffle these up. We'll do all that. We're going to do setup over here. Then we're going to pick a challenge using some dice over here. And then I'm going to show you the challenge page so you can decide whether you want to see me do another solo gameplay of this. We're going to go ahead and place out our task cards. Now, strictly speaking, I think we don't show these yet. I guess for setup, maybe we do. I'm not honestly that certain, but we're not taking it that seriously either. We are going to go ahead. Let's do the Season 3 cards first. What we're going to do is we're going to put 3 Season 3 cards in each of the stacks, then 4 Season 2 and 4 Season 1. But there's 5, well, whatever. I was going to get into sequencing, but don't worry about that. We're going to place these down over here, 1, 2, 3, in season area over here, and then 1, 2, 3 in season area over here. The rest of the cards can go away. We'll do the same with Season 2, shuffling this up and seeing which season cards to place, and we'll do the same thing, except now it's going to be 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 in task pile number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 in task pile number 2, and then we're going to do the same thing again with the Season 1 cards. By the way, oh no, I'm gonna shift up one of the goals, okay? Because I literally just played, my last game was with this goal, so we're going to draw another one. This one is, I did not play this one. Beautiful. No, I think I did this one. This is my other one. This is literally, I told you I played 2 games of this in the past week. Those were the 2 goals. So maybe I didn't shuffle them properly, but I thought I did. Either way, we're now playing with goals that I have not played with this week. Yes, I have not played with any of these goals this week. I want new ones. I want it to be exciting for me. When we do the influencer challenges, we'll do whatever they choose. 1, 2, 3, 4. The top card will be visible because we get to see the upcoming task. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top card will be visible, and that is set up. Aside from the fact that I got to choose my own little thing there. So, this is a game of Tend. I will slow down a little bit. I do the whole fast talking and all that. That's just how I am. I apologize if that makes things harder to follow. I will try to go a bit slower when I start this off. First things first, we have to choose a name, a username. Fun fact, we're going to go ahead and put, since it says username, we're going to put the username AlexSR32. If you ever see this username on any site in anything of any kind, it's almost certainly me. That is usually my username if you're playing against me in some random online game. AlexSR32 is the most common username I choose when it's not a name. If it's a name thing, it's different. Oh, I didn't do SR. I did Alex S. It's Alex SR. So Alex SR 32. That stands for Alexander, Sender, Radcliffe. And why 32, you ask? I have no idea. I've been doing this so long, I don't remember. So let me show you the influencer page. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 13, which means if I roll these dice, well, if I roll the dice, they are likely to go to 7. That's how it works, right? Any 2 dice rolls likely goes to 7, which changes the odds. I'm not trying to get to 7. How can I randomize? Well, because 2 dice paired up would be 7, right? I'm trying. If I do them separately, it's 1 to 6 and 1 to 6. There's an even number. Is that how it works? 1 second. Why am I thinking this through? Why, if I roll 2 dice separately once each, it still pairs up? How can I get a distribution to 7? We're not going to worry about it. What we're going to do is we're just going to roll the dice, and if it averages to 7, it averages to 7, so be it. We are going to do this. We got 4. So count down from the top. Apologies, Toby. You didn't get chosen for this. Paula, Hungry, Matthew, Bonds. Bonzinator. Unlock all fishing areas. That is excellent. That is excellent. I couldn't have asked for a better goal because this is unlock all fishing areas. You would do the code Bonzinator if you did go to the 10 companion. We have to get a score of 115. Now, the reason that's good is our starting board, the cargo manifest, likes fishing over here. So unlocking all fishing areas is not the worst, although that is so challenging. To unlock all fishing areas, we have to get to the bottom of both the grotto, the woods, and the mines. Wow, that's actually rough. I don't know. We will see if we can do it. A score of 115 unlocking all fishing areas. That's what we're going to try to do today. It does mean that I don't think we're going to be doing any tending or crops. Tend. This is actually one of the jokes about the game. This game is called Tend, and tend sometimes is not an action you do a lot. My last 2 games, I actually did a lot of tending, specifically because I like exploring different pathways, and usually my default is not to tend or do animals, and so this time I specifically did. But now we probably won't be spending any time on tending in animals because I need to focus my engine over here. Although maybe getting like a quick animal early on, like getting a chicken early on is pretty solid because you can just get repetitive eggs ongoing. What else were we doing? So back to the screen over here, page. So these are the influencers. You can pause over here. You can go ahead and check out the influencers that are there in case you want to see. Pick any one of those. For those who didn't want to see, I'll rattle them off. Paula Deming, Hungry Gamer, Matthew Jude, Banzinator, Carly, Monique, Ty Joe, Ty and Co, Max Themer, Jenna Beasley, Dane Bowdoin, Austin Harrison, Alex Hart, and Toby Sarnell are going to be your possible influencers. Ooh, Austin was there? Austin Harrison, every crop in cargo. Interesting. 183, Austin, you've played this game. So we are going to go ahead and start this off. The basic idea of Tend, we need neighbor cards. The basic idea of Tend, where am I going to put the neighbor cards? Can you even see them if I put them over here? You can just see them. So we're going to push these dice up. Here are our neighbor cards on their respective sides. And then we're going to go ahead and start. The basic idea of Tend is you're going to play through 12 rounds of the game. And in each round, you're going to be trying to slowly build up the various goods you can get in order to put them into your cargo manifest in order to score points. You will also score points from 2 other things. You're going to score points from the objective, so filled cargo manifests, we'll show you more there later. The various goals you have, which we'll talk about once we understand more of the game. Then we have the neighbor over here, which is going to be you get 3 points for every neighbor reward you do. That's these cards, we'll talk more about them. And then lastly, badges. You get lots of points for badges over here. We'll talk more about all of these things once we get up and started, because this is going to be a teach and gameplay, not like a teach and then gameplay. I'm going to teach as we're going to the best of my ability. Pin comment down below for anything I did wrong. And then outside of that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do every round, let's run you through a little play rate so you can see this over here, is we have the neighbor phase. That's not going to be relevant the first round because we don't have any goods, so we'll talk more about that later. Same with the scoring, same with the setup, we already have these out. Then the growth phase, none of these are relevant because we start with the task phase in round 1. The task phase is going to have us completing 2 of these task cards. So we can go fishing, we can do Zenith orders over here, we can go mining and chopping. Those are all going to be ways of getting things. Now, since my cargo manifest rewards me for getting fishing goods, we want to upgrade fishing, which might make you think that I should go fishing early on, and maybe I should. The problem with fishing, and why it's one of my least favorite starting actions, is you're going to roll these dice on a grid. I'm not actually doing it right now. You're going to roll these dice and you can get a 1 and anything. That's actually fine. The problem is, what if I got a 1 and 4? If I got a 1 and 4 early on in the game, I would get nothing. Do you know how unsatisfying it is to get nothing in fishing? Until you get to an upgraded fishing rod over here, you are taking risks with fishing. Once you get an upgraded fishing rod, you'll for sure get something. An action in this game that gives you nothing, when you only have 24 actions the entire game, sort of, with caveats, is incredibly disheartening. So it's one of my least favorite things to do starting off. Now, since we do want to unlock all the fishing areas, it's not bad to try to make our way down over here. These will also give us various upgrades we can use to get various equipment upgrades, which I don't think we're going to focus on these. I think we're going to focus on our fishing rod, fishing upgrades over here. Although getting some of these might not be the worst. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose a mining and a chopping action. The Zenith orders would simply give us 2 money. Money is something that you can spend on a lot of different things. We'll talk more about that as we go. And fishing, like I said already, we are not going to see until later. I really want to get a upgrading fishing rod. So let's start with chopping. We're going to take a chopping action, which means we take our coin and we pick any one area on the top of the sheet to go ahead and mark off. We could do the pathway. The pathway will get us further down. Actually, the path's not bad. If we're trying to get further down, that's really not bad. So let's go ahead and do the pathway right now. It may or may not give us a wood. In fact, it gave us a chopping +1. So in general, this is a scratch-off pad. Your game comes with a whole bunch of them. They are unique, so it's not a guarantee that on the next pad, this would be the same. That said, when you go along the pathway, you are more likely to get another of that action, because the pathway is easier to make your way down. So think of it just thematically, a pathway requires less chopping, so it abstracts that by giving you a free chopping back. Not always, though. We don't know what's next. I am going to chop my way further down the pathway. I am guessing, yep, sure enough, I was guessing that I would not get another chopping 2 spots in a row. Usually it doesn't. Sometimes it does, but it did give me a wood. So now we can push this off to the side, and with our wood, we can go ahead and mark off the wood that we need for our fishing upgrade. So already we have over here, we've crossed off that wood towards this fishing upgrade, and then we're going to go ahead and figure out what to do next. That fishing upgrade is going to give us the ability to, well, get other areas. So what do we want to do next? What we want to do next is we want to go ahead and chop. We want to go mining. The problem is, the thing I'm torn by, the pause I have, is if I take Zenith orders over here, I can get 2 money and start getting closer to that. But I think if I need to make my way down over here, it really is worth going further down this rabbit hole. So to that end, we are once again going to go down this pathway, hoping for the same thing. And once again, we got a mining +1, so we're going to mine our way down. Now, usually I don't go on the pathway. The difference is, in this particular game, I'm going down the pathway because in this particular game, the goal specifically is to try to get all fishing areas unlocked, but I'm not focusing on mining and chopping. So if I want to do that, it is more efficient to go down the pathway, even though when you go off the beaten path, you get more things like various upgrades on these charts here. So I got a little pebble over there. Now the pebble can be used for a few things early on. It could actually be put into your cargo manifest. This will make more sense soon, but effectively, whenever you have a good, you can look over here and see whether you can trade that good for money, or alternatively put it directly into your cargo manifest. That little 1 spot, a stone, can turn into a 1 spot that can go into my cargo manifest early on in the game. I don't feel the need to do that. I should look at my goals shortly. I don't feel the need to do that right now because I think that it might be better traded in for 3 fences. 3 fences might get me a chicken egg early on, a chicken, which then produces eggs, which is a fun little engine to have up and running early on just for a few extra goods. While I'm not going heavily into animals, a little bit might be worth it. But let's focus on the goals before we decide what to do with our rock. We have Cruncher. Gain 4 points for each energy bar collected. So if I can get my energy bars early on, that'll give me bonus actions and 12 points, which can be a nice little bump over there. We have our Animal Handler. Gain 5 points for each animal type owned and fishing spot unlocked. Ooh, that's interesting. So by the end of round 2, if we have fishing spots unlocked and animal types owned, this is where getting a chicken early on is really not the worst because, you know, we have our animal handling. Then we have over here our Biggin. Biggin is going to be gain 4 points for each good in your cargo manifest of size 4. So all those are well and good. We could look at these, but not really, you know, +1 animals owned and +2 chopping levels. Okay, and +1 energy bars collected. Ooh, so getting an energy bar early on. Oh, this does change things. I almost wish I had taken these 2 coins and put them towards an energy bar because it would give me this coins back. That's interesting. In the meantime, though, we do have our pebble over here, which I think we are going to use to go ahead and get our hands on a chicken early on. The only question is, do I want to go further to get our hands on a wool? Wool is not the worst. Wool gives me a size, where's my wool over here? It gives me a size 3, not a size 4, so that's a little trickier. But I think getting wool early is not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and trade in. We're going to trade in our rock in order to get 3 fences. So the way that's going to work is we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Once we fully enclose in an area, we can go ahead and then, benefit from, once we fully enclose an area, we can put an animal in there. We'll have to pay for the animal, which is a different story, but that's basically round 1. Great, you saw a round. You saw me take a chopping action and a mining action. You understand half the game already. That's not really true. It's a little early for half the game, but you understand some basics, which means now we're going to go towards, our actual player aid. We have our neighbor phase. Do we have any of the neighbor bonuses? We do not. We are working our way towards this over here, but we don't have it yet. The fishing's not bad. We are working our way towards fishing too. I'm not against, you know what, maybe I'll get rid of this because what you can do during this phase, you can discard any neighbor goods you don't want. I don't want this yet. We're going to take this over here. I don't want that either, but we'll cycle. So you could get rid of other ones if you have them and you hadn't fulfilled them. It allows you to cycle things that you're not working your way towards. That is number 1. Past that, I don't get neighbor gifts because it's a solo game. That's why the solo game is less fun. This game would be fun if they simulated neighbor gifts somehow. Scoring phase. We don't have a scoring phase. That's only going to be around 6, 9, 6, 10, and end game. Setup phase, we prepare 5 new task cards. So these are going to go away into the discard pile. We're going to lay out 3 new task cards. And you're like, Alex, you're supposed to do 5. You are supposed to do 5, except for one small detail, which is these ones come down each round. So right now we have these in play. We will reveal the next ones that we have coming. Either fishing rod upgrade unlocked. Ooh, that's good. Okay, good. And 3 chopping levels. So that's a little harder, but we can work our way towards what we can work and see what we're going to do. Now keep in mind, even the way we haven't talked about this heavily, these task cards are basic. These ones give you a task and then possibly a bonus if you have the thing in the middle. You don't need the thing in the middle to take the card. You need the thing in the middle to get the bonus. That's the way this works. And right now, I don't have any of these bonuses yet. This is 1 animal's owned and 2 chopping levels. Yeah, it's not going to be helpful. And we have the tend action coming out. So I guess we're going to be doing chopping this round. We're going to be doing a lot of chopping. 2 chopping levels. I don't think that's going to be doable right now. We could get an energy bar, assuming, depending on what we get with this, we could get an energy bar. So right now, this is where it's interesting. So I have a slightly different challenge to try to figure out, because I'm going to start with this action over here. I don't think it makes a difference to me either way. Yeah, we're going to start with that action. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a chopping level. Now, the tricky part is, if I stay on the path, I'm less likely to get a coin. If I go off the path, I might still get the wood, which could be helpful, but I'll also am more likely to get the upgrade. So I think I'm actually going to go down a spot. I'm hoping to get a upgrade on my chopping thing. So I'm going to go down, and let's see, we did indeed get it. So basically, I'm able to see this before you can, but effectively, in the top left corner of each of those things, there's a little pip, and that says, hey, you've upgraded your chopping. You are better at chopping in this game. So I just got this bonus, which is actually really not bad this early. This is worth 2 coins or 2 pips in my cargo manifest. I'll show you that soon, but it's basically this good over here. But we also upgraded our chopping level, which was the main reason I did that, because that will allow me to cross off this over here. I unlock this box, and then I cross off that coin, and I'll use that coin towards an energy bar. That way, when I spend these 2 coins, I'll already have an energy bar unlocked, and then I'll execute any one of the 4 main tasks. Basically, I'm getting a free 2 coins, which is a great way to start. So I should look at this. 3 chopping levels, that's also good. Either fishing rod upgrade unlocked. Okay, going for 3 chopping levels is also not bad, considering that this might help us out. So we can try to work our way towards a bunch of things. This one is either fishing rod upgrade unlocked, which would be helpful. It would be helpful for a few things. Let's take one step at a time. So in the meantime, we spent our 2 coins. We have this. We could trade this in for 2 coins, which I think honestly makes sense this early on. So we are going to trade this. We're going to sell it, getting 2 coins. With those 2 coins, let's go ahead and immediately get our energy bar unlocked. We can now circle that. Energy bars can be traded in for 2 uses of upgrading an action. So you can do +1 to the action. Instead of going fishing, you can go fishing twice. Instead of chopping, you can go chopping twice. We can now do that because we have the energy bar unlocked. So that was our first action. We just did this action. We still do not have 2 chopping levels, and we still do not have 1 animal owned, which makes sense. I had no anticipation of doing so. For our second action, we're going to do Energy Enthusiast. That gives us 2 coins, which I think is helpful to go ahead and get our fishing upgrade already slotted a little bit. We're not fully there, but we are partially there right now. That will hopefully give us our fishing upgrade unlocked, which will allow us to benefit from this action, which will give us an extra goodie. This game is all about getting the extra goodies. You want to try to maximize the engine you're playing. So we're mostly towards our first fishing upgrade. We have our first energy bar. Execute any one of the 4 main tasks. I think we're going to go chopping. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go chopping, and so we're actually going to cross off one of my 2 uses of the energy bar to allow me to go chopping twice. That's what we're going to do. I'm hoping to try to work my way into 2 upgrades for chopping. It's a long shot, but if I can get 2 upgrades for chopping, not only will I get perks, but I'll get a stronger card over here as well. So back to my coin over here, we're going to go down 1. Again, keep in mind we get 2 chopping levels. This one, unfortunately, is not going to give us an upgrade, so we are a little bit out of the luck on that. That's going to give me a wood, and we're going to do 1 more chopping. We're going to do it over here, and this one also did not give me an upgrade, but it did give me a tree trunk, which will be helpful as well. So that's not what I wanted, but I can work with that. Let's see what we can go ahead and do. We can, with this over here, we now have a wood and a tree trunk. The tree trunk we can already use towards getting my upgraded rod over here. That'll be helpful too. The wood we can use to probably to enclose the pen. A wood can also be traded in to get 3 pips on the pen. Ooh, maybe I want to do that. That's actually interesting. Let me just give me a second here. If I go 1, 2, 3, and if this goes down 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's going to be an animal over there. Okay, we can put the animal here. We can do that there. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1 second. How do you do this? 1, 2. I guess we may as well just do a square at that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not quite there yet. So we are making our way towards getting some animal production up and running, but we're not there yet. I'm trying to think. The question I have for myself is it worth getting the rod right now, or is it worth getting that wood and immediately going for... I'm going to undo this. So let's just remember for ourselves that I owe myself a tree trunk here, because honestly, this fishing rod is good enough, at least for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3. I probably should have closed it in a little bit, but that's fine, because I don't think I'm going for a lot of animals. I'm just going for 2 animals to get it nice up running. Oh, did I mess up already? This is the problem. I really should not do this. 1, 2, 3. I should have gone a little bit out to get 2 eggs. If I were to do this, so 1 second. So, do I want a new sheet? Do I want a new sheet at this point? Give me 1 second. I'm going to get a new sheet. I can't because I have... No, I could get a new sheet. Give me a second to just fix my sheet by grabbing a new one, because I really should think through my actions and draw it more carefully. So, we can go ahead and update all my markings almost immediately. We're going to take this. We're going to get our energy bar with our circled that. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3. That's what I have there. And then we're going to go down 1, 2, 3. I think I did those 3 the first turn. Then I did this with my wood. 1, 2, 3. And I have 5 more. The thing I'm trying to do is 1. Then I want to spread out 2 and 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, basically I'm trying to create space for 2 chickens and a sheep, effectively. So I'd need 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I'd need more to get that done, which I think I'm fine with. Okay, great. So we've replaced this, we've fixed my sheet, and now we can get, oh no, we need to do this over here. We also have that. Okay, that was my turn. We've done 2 actions. We did the Nature Collection and Energy Enthusiast, and now we can move to the next round. Round 2 is done. We go to the neighbor phase. I probably should be checking off as I go over here. Let me put these in play. Uh-oh, did I do the wrong cap again? I did the wrong cap. I always do this. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we are back to taking actions over here. We are going to put this off to the side. We're going to go through the steps. Neighbor phase, not relevant. I am going to discard this neighbor card and get this one instead, which is the exact same thing. Lucky me. Then I'm going to the scoring phase, not relevant. The setup phase, these cards are all going to go away. And we're going to bring down 2 new cards. So we're going to first put this out over here. We're going to shuffle this deck, which I can do in a second, but we're going to put these cards out. Either Fishing Rod Upgrade Unlocked, which I think is a steal. I think we're going to for sure get that. We're going to try to get our energy bars as fast as possible, even if we don't use them right away, although I'm not against using them right away. You are limited to 1 energy bar use per action. I'm going to go and shuffle these up, and I'm going to put out 2 more cards. We're going to go ahead and put out a fishing card and a Zenith Order card. The next round we have coming up is 2 neighbor rewards completed. I'm not going to get that. And then we have 2 mining levels, which I don't think I'm going to get. So we'll see how that plays out. And now we go ahead and take our actions. We don't have a growth phase yet because we still haven't done that, which means we go straight to the actions. Either Fishing Rod Upgrade Unlocked is likely, but let's think through what other action we want. In order to get the Fishing Rod Upgrade, we need at least 1 more coin. If we get coins, do we want to go chopping again? Chopping's not bad because if we do get our hands on 3 chopping levels, ooh. So if I do chopping here, I can almost certainly sell that for the coin I need to unlock a fishing rod. So we are going to go chopping. So we're going to go back to this board over here, and we're going to go chopping. We are working our way towards our fishing rod, which eventually is the goal, but right now we're not focusing too hard on that. I could go down using a upgrade, which is not the craziest. I probably should do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my energy bar over here in order to go ahead and cross this off. And we're going to go down 1. So I'm doing this +1. When you get to the second level, you need a strength 2 chopping action, which I'm going to do because it's that +1. And I'm going to go ahead and go straight down. I'll go down over here. Let's see what happens as far as we go off into the wilderness. So we did get a level up, and we got a bone. So that's going to be very helpful on several counts. The level up means we can go back to this sheet over here and gain ourselves a coin. Which we can then use. I did that crossed it off the wrong direction. It's fine, it's fine. I now have a upgraded fishing rod, which is amazing because now I can do that because I have either fishing rod upgrade unlocked. I probably should have gone directly for the second one, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe we just won't waste time on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's not in the requirements. The requirements are the lake. So right now, we're going to go ahead and either fishing rod upgrade unlocked. We've done that. We have to deal with our bone. Our bone is a size 3 yellow or 2 money. Now, normally a size 3 yellow would be great to put into this grid, and there's lots of reasons for that. In our case, the 2 money might be more helpful because we're trying to do a lot of upgrades. In fact, we're trying to get our thing out over here. We're trying to get our chickens and things out. So over here, let me think about this. Let me think about how I want to handle that. Because if we can get our wool out in play, that'll be very helpful. But we also only have 2 more rounds because we already taken another action. We only have 2 more rounds to get our energy bars. So maybe getting 2 more money is possibly better. That could be better. I don't know. This over here we can use. We can't use it for our broken bridge, unfortunately. We could use it for an upgraded mining action because we haven't done a ton of mining. It's not the craziest to go mining. The alternative is we can use it instead for 5 fences. Let's use that for 5 fences. I think that's the way to go. So what we're going to do is if we go down here, it's possibly better. No, we're going to go this way, I guess. We'll do 2 and 2. We could do 3. If we go lower, no, I think it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to use that for 5 fences. We're going to trade that in, and we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We do get an extra fence out of there. I don't know if I really want that or need that, but we could go ahead and do another. We can't do a size 3 over here, but we could get another. I don't know. It doesn't feel worth it, but we'll do it just in case. We probably will never use that fence, but we have it, so why not? Now, because we have that, we can go ahead and sell this, this bone over here for 2 money, which is not crazy. It allows us to get an egg out nice and early. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to get a small animal out very early on. We're going to toss this out. Did I do the wrong ones? I did the wrong things on the wrong side here. We have these dice go over here, and we're going to put this starting on the one side in the bottom corner. That's going to tick up each round. So we'll see that happen soon. That was our 2 coins. So we sold our bone. That was card 1. Over here, we get to do card 2, which this one wants 3 chopping levels. We don't quite have 3 chopping levels, and we are out of energy bars. We could go, this is the tricky part. Strictly speaking, I probably should go mining. But if I do chopping, I might get these out of it. So going chopping, I think, is the right move. It is a gamble, but because we have this over here and we have 2 in a row that aren't an upgrade, I think there's a decent chance this is an upgrade. Is it? Let's find out. It is indeed an upgrade. So we went with that, and we got another one of those for another 2 money probably. So basically over here, we got another one of these, which is worth 2 money. We also got another upgrade over there. So with that upgrade, we now have 3 chopping levels. So I can first of all get a wood. What am I going to do with that wood? I have no idea. I guess I can put it on the broken bridge. That's an option. I don't need more of fences right now because I'm not trying to get that. So I think the broken bridge does make sense because we are working our way towards that. So we're going to go cross off there. Then we also got this, which is good for 2 money. That's not bad because the 2 money, you know what? I'm going to get another one of these right away because then I'm going to get my other fish out, my other chicken out. So we're going to go 1, 2, and get another chicken in play. They're not really chickens, but they are, chicken adjacent. So we have both of these in play right now, giving us a regular recurring bonus over there. And that, because we now have 3 chopping levels, we get both of those, which is going to allow me to cross off this and this, working our way towards the broken bridge, which is one of the 3 unlockable fishing areas. Remember, we have to get 3 fishing areas unlocked, and we have to do so. That's going to be 1 is the broken bridge, and then 2 is going to be getting to the bottom of the woods and the bottom of the mines. So again, we're starting to see a bunch of things. You're starting to see tending grinding. We've seen these two aspects. We haven't seen fishing, even though we are upgrading towards it. We are going to make our way there soon. Let's cross off another box, and we are done with round 3. Which brings us to round 4, because that follows 3. This time, we should go through the player again. Neighbor face. Still got nothing. Still going to discard that and hope for something better. We got fishing. I might keep both of these, honestly, because yeah, I think these are not the worst. Let me take a look at my approved fishing, river fishing card. River fishing is this one, and it gives you a bunch of these all over the place. So I think there's a strong chance I can get those. So I think it's worth keeping these in play. We're going to turn that over because we don't have river fishing yet. Then we get to the scoring phase, not relevant. The setup phase. We are going to get rid of these cards over here. 2 neighbor rewards. Man, this is rough. Mining, there's so many aspects to go through over here. We're going to bring these down. We're going to flip these over. And we have river fishing unlocked, which we are almost done, and 2 mining levels and river fishing unlocked. So getting mining levels right now is really helpful. If only I had some energy bars to spend, because I will need those anyway. Which card is this? 1 energy bar collected. That's amazing. Okay, so we already have that one, so we are good to go on that. So we can get 2 coins plus an action. That's a good starting one. Then we get to the setup phase. We did that. Growth phase. Tick up all crops. This is where crops and what's it called? Animal dice grow during this phase. If you see white, then you get that thing. So I just got my hands on 2 eggs that I can do things with in a second. If you had crops, you can also tick them up. The difference between crops and animals is crops have to be replanted using a tend action. Animals stay there and continue to produce their good. The upside of crops is if you can get a nice large grouping of crops, which I've never really fully tried. I've done crops and animals. I've never tried going full on tend. I should probably try it sometime. But if you go full on tend, you can actually start watering your crops, and that will cause them to grow faster. You can't water your animals. To quote Zach, they don't like that. So there's pros and cons of each of those strategies, but I think if you go tend, you really want to go all in on tend. I've never tried that yet. Maybe I'll do that sometime. In the meantime, though, back to over here, we now have 2 eggs. Eggs can be traded in for either a green good in your cargo manifest. If you're like, Alex, you haven't done your cargo manifest. Not yet, I haven't. Or it can be traded in for a coin. Given the current situation, I think a coin is better for me because trading in two crops for two goods over there is helpful. So I think we are going to try to get our hands on 2 coins. The best way to do that, in my opinion, is going to be an energy bar, I guess. Well, we probably want 2 of these. Did I not have these? 1 second. What were the last cards? Did I not get 2 coins? I thought I had 2 coins. What did we do? We did this. What did I spend my 2 coins on? Oh, no, I got that. That's what I did. I got another one of those. Okay, that's why I was going to spend them. So we're going to spend 1 coin on this over here because I think that's going to be helpful enough because 2 more coins will give us another energy bar, which is helpful for this as well. Then we'll spend a coin over here. And yes, it is bothering me that sometimes I'm slashing one way, sometimes I'm slashing the other way. I think my instinct is to go this way, but whenever I see wood, I want to go across the wood because of that angle. That's causing the throw off over there. So we've done our growth phase. We now have our task phase, complete 2 task cards. So I think an easy one to choose is Energy Enthusiast because we're going to go ahead and take those 2 more coins. That's going to give us another energy bar, and then we can choose any one action. Now the tricky part is if we can get our hands on 2 mining levels, that would be amazing. So it is almost in my best interest. Oh, this is tricky. This one wants me to go mining. Oh, so if that wants me to go mining, so I should go fishing. So I'm going to go fishing. I have my upgraded fishing. I don't have river fishing. I need wood. Ah, this is rough. I think I should use an energy bar cross out and go down. Man. Because this won't give me basic wood. I could trade a coin for basic wood. Interesting. Okay, so if I go river fishing and I do 2 river fishing actions, I might get both my neighbor bonuses. Oh, neighbor bonuses. Okay. I think we're good. We are going to indeed... No, I don't have river fishing. I don't have the fishing. Give me a second to think this through. 2 mining levels. I can do that there. Okay. We're going to go novice miner. We're going to start with that. Which means technically I don't have... Oh no, then I don't have these 2 coins. How did I get those 2 coins? I got them... I spent a coin here and I needed those 2 coins to get the energy bar. So then I need to execute 1 main task, which means I don't think... I'm just trying to have my cake and eat it too right now. I'm trying to do a double fishing action, but I don't have the enhanced fishing area yet. But I also could just try doing a regular fishing action on pond fishing. It's not crazy. Okay, we are going to go pond fishing. So we are going to do Energy Enthusiast. We're going to go pond fishing, and we're going to do so twice, I guess. So let's go ahead and cross this off. Because, again, we're doing the fishing upgrade here. So we're going to cross it off, and we're going to go fishing twice. We're going to roll for the first time, and we're going to take a look at the grid. We have a 4-4. So 4-4 is exactly here, but we have the enhanced fishing upgrade, which means we can choose from any of the things in that grid. So we're going to choose one of those. That will allow me to go ahead and do this, which is going to give me a neighbor bonus. So I'm going to mark off a neighbor bonus, which gives me a wood. The wood is going to go, and it's going to be used towards this wood over here, which means I'm now 1 mark away from being able to unlock the next fishing area. We also did a neighbor bonus, which is great. These are going to go to the discard pile. Technically, it goes to our neighbor. There are no neighbors in a 2-player game, which means now we're going to do this again, and we got a 2-4. So a 2-4, that's going to go over here, 2 and 4. So it allows me to get that over there, which is not bad. That one is going to be size 3 money. 3 money for this. So it won't allow me to get this. It will allow me to get 3 money. And I think the upside of 3 money right now, because you don't actually cross these off. You can get those again and again. But I do have that. No, sorry, 2-4. Yeah, 2-4. So I can get this. That translates into either 3 blue or 3 money. I hate that I'm going for exclusively money right now, but I think it is the right move. Because 3 money right now could help me already get... I can unlock the broken bridge, is an option. But I can also go straight to unlocking my medium-sized animal, which I think is good to get that economy going as fast as possible. Or we can get another energy bar, because we are, after all, in middle of, almost done with this round over here. So I think we're going to get our, because I don't know what this is, and I think there's still a chance to get energy bars. It's 4 points. I think we are going to go ahead and do 1, 2, and 3, and unlock a medium animal, which is going to pop off into our zone, because we've encircled it. We have our little pen up there. We're going to put it there, and now we have that producing each round as well. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that action. That was execute any one of the 4 main tasks, plus 1 on my energy bar. Now we're going to Novice Miner. This is where, if I can get 2 mining levels, it's going to be helpful, because that's going to help me both for this card and for next turn on that card. So we are going to go ahead and try to use our energy bar on the other side to hope, to gamble completely that we are going to get 2 mining upgrades. I think the way we're going to do that is, once again, we are going to go off the beaten path while working our way downwards. We already got a mining upgrade, so we're doing great there. Ooh, it's a good one too, okay? So this over here, we have our mining upgrade, which is number 1. So we have this over here, which gives us $1. With that $1, we're going to cross it off, and we've unlocked river fishing. We now have the ability to go river fishing. I'm going to put this over here as a reminder. We can do either of the fishing spots, but that was great. We also are going to get this. Now, this over here can be done with several things. So let's see what we can do with this. We could start going for metals, which we should do at some point, but I don't think we need to do so yet. We could try to upgrade our pickaxe as we go further down into the mines, which eventually is definitely worth it. Do we need to do that now? I don't know. Because I don't think we're really going heavy on mining, but it's good to have like something else you're good at, even one thing that you're good at. Or alternatively, we can sell it. If we sell it, we just get 1 money or 1 thing, which I don't think is worth it for that. We can also build 5 more fences, but I don't think we're trying to go for animals. There is the possibility we say, you know what, we want all 3 animal types. But I don't know if we even have a space for it, because you need a size 4 animal type, and I think I kind of ruined that with the way I built this grid. Yeah, there's no place we can put a size 4 animal right now. That's out. We kind of already ruined that plan. So because of that, I think we will go for an upgraded pickaxe. It may or may not be the right choice, but it is a choice, and we are making choices. So we cross that off. Upgraded pickaxe will allow each pickaxe action to be 2 actions, which is great if we do it. I do have a bad habit of trying to do too many things in this game and then getting to the end of the game and realizing I haven't even upgraded my pickaxe, but I've wasted all my resources that way. Hopefully that won't happen. Now we do have 1 more mining to do over here. This is where I'm playing the crazy game of what is likely to get me an upgraded mining level. I could simply go somewhere off the beaten path over here. I could go down. I think they usually group them a little less. So I think I'm going to go fully off the beaten path all the way to this corner edge, and let's see what we get. We did not get a upgraded mining level, which is a shame. That would have been amazing. I should have gone here. I think this one would have had it. But anyways, we got that, which means with that 1, that's a 1 stone, which again, I think we are inclined to turn that into a money, because that could help us out on the 3rd energy bar, if nothing else. Alternatively, we could trade it to a wood. We could trade it for a copper. Trading it for a copper is not bad either, but there's lots of options past that, so I don't think we need to go that route yet. An intern program, because it's an action. I don't think that's the right one either. I think for right now, we are going to trade it in for an energy bar action. Okay, so that would have been great. It would have been great if we had gotten the extra good out of that, but we didn't. You know, you don't always get what you want. And that is round 4. So we are 4 rounds done. We have 8 rounds to go. Hope you're enjoying yourself because it is taking our time to go through this. So we're going to go ahead and do our neighbor phase. Neighbor phase, we're going to keep this card because I think I like it, but we are going to draw a new card, and we got eggs. That's amazing because eggs over here are something we produce. Granted, we're going to have to wait around, but I think it's worth doing that. Then over here, after that, we have the scoring phase. Not relevant yet. A setup phase. We're going to get rid of these cards. We're going to put out 3 more cards and then put the remaining cards from the whatever's out there already. So we now have river fishing unlocked, which we've done, which is amazing. And we have river fishing unlocked as well as 2 mining levels. So we then go to the growth phase. These are going to tip up over here. Those don't produce, unfortunately. And this is going to tip up. It does not produce either. But on turn 3, it's going to give us something. And then we reveal these 2 cards in Season 2. We're not yet in Season 2, but, you know, we have options. 9 boxes covered with farming goods. This wants you to have your areas here covered with farming goods. We have the capacity for that eventually, but not yet. And then 20 tilled soil. We are not playing a tend game over here, so we are not going to have any tilled soil outside of our 6 starting tilled soil. We are not going to benefit from those cards. Some of the cards have been good for our strategy, some less so. Honestly, that's fair. If they're all good, that feels too easy. If none of them are good, that feels unfair. Having some good, some not good, that feels like a good medium spot. The unfortunate part is we now have a fishing action. No, actually, no unfortunate part. We're good. We're good to go. Okay. So if we go fishing, we don't yet have the ability to fish twice with 1 action. Same thing with going mining over here. I think fishing is how we want to do this, though. We're going to start getting our fishing goods at this point. So we're going to take a fishing action. We'll do this card. Doesn't make it. Oh no, we do this one because this gives us a fish, which we can use for this. Beautiful. We're going to go fishing. We have a 1/4, and we're doing it on this grid. A 1/4 is going to be that guy. That guy is going to be... well, level 1 fish. That's not as cool. That's not as cool at all. He's a size 1, level 1 fish. Not that helpful. Let's go ahead and resolve the action first. Oh, no. 1/4, I forgot. 1/4 means we can actually choose other things. So we can get this guy over here, who I believe is a level 2. Let me just double check over here. Let me just double check my sheet. That's going to be a size 3 fish. So a size 3 fish worth $3. Okay, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Okay, that gives us a lot more flexibility. So effectively, that's this row over here. That's this guy on the bottom. Because we could also take the one above it for 2, but that's not as good, obviously. So a size 3 gives us $3. What can we do with $3? We can go ahead. We're trying to go down here because this will give us... well, no, this will give us that up here. We need to make progress on, well, everything else. So I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to trade it in for 3 money. Shocking, I know. So we're going to do 1, 2, and then we're going to circle our energy bar. So we now have 3 energy bars unlocked before the end of this round. And we have 1 more money. I think it's not crazy to use that 1 money on this over here. Locking in on these before we've figured out where we're going to go is a bit of a risk. But where else do I want to spend my money? I don't think there's an obvious place elsewhere to spend my money, except for maybe going up here. Ooh, unlocking another action is not bad. Or working our way towards another action, I should say. The blueprints are not bad either. We could just try to get our hands on these early on. So let's go ahead and spend the money on decisions. Because once I get this, that'll be very useful. But I don't know which one I'm getting. Because you have to choose one of these to unlock. I think it's likely that I'm going to be going over here. But I don't know for sure. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and unlock 1 over here. Hoping to get our fishing action upgraded as soon as possible. Now that we're starting to lean into this. We're done with that. That was action 1. We now get a river fish over here. We're going to use that towards this. It's a size 2 fish, which is a... I think we're still going to use this. It's worth the neighbor bonus. So we're going to trade this in. That's going to give us a neighbor bonus on this side. It's our right neighbor bonus. It's going to give us a rock. So we're going to use that rock for what? I guess $1 again? Do I want my rocks? Do I want to actually put things in here? Putting things in here is not bad. It's not bad to put things into here. But I still want money. We still want money. We're going to do money here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do another rock, turning it into another lure. So we are trying to work our way towards this. For our second action, we are going to do this card over here. But we don't have 2 mining levels. Oh, man, I still want the mining levels. I never got them. That would have been so good. An extra egg, and I mean, the egg would have been helpful for this over here alone. Clearing that out right away, giving me that would have been great. I'll get it next turn, but it's still... the accelerated process. Fine. We're still doing this. We are going to do the mining level action, and we are going to bump it up with an energy bar. We're burning through these energy bars like it's no one's business. That's going to allow us to bump down a level into this grid. So we're really hoping to get our hands on whatever this potion thing is. I have no idea where to find it. We're just going to work our way down to the bottom. So we're going to go here, and we got a bone. It's not helpful. We have 2 more spots to go down before we run out. Although the tricky part is I'm gonna have to. How am I gonna go further down if I don't upgrade the axe? Oh no! Oh no! I made a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo. That's not the right action. I did a chopping action, not a mining action. So we are going to do a mining action, and we're not doing. I apologize for that. I will figure out a way around that. That is what it is. I'm sorry. We're gonna do a chopping action over here, and we're gonna go chopping down. We're gonna do this over here because we are trying to get our other chopping level, and that gave us an upgrade. Beautiful. Okay, so the good and bad news. Bad news is I'm cheating a little bit. Good news is I got what I wanted. That's not the moral. That's not the moral statement you're looking for. But over here, so we have to figure out. We're gonna have to go down there the next time we go. It's fine. We're just gonna do it with the no knowledge, whatever. And over here, we're going to get that. So we got our mining level. That's going to be a coin over here, and that's going to give us our 3rd coin for that. So that's crossed off there. And we also got our stone. The stone. Now that we're starting to like get things there, I think we will finally put our first good into the cargo manifest. So over here, we're going to, you won't be able to see this, I guarantee that right now. We're going to put this over here. The yellow shows up the worst on this. So you should probably not be able to see this, but that box is definitely yellow. We have a yellow good in our cargo manifest to start us off. Finally, we have our first good shipped. Every good is a point, but you have to be mindful of colors. For example, in this section, blue goods, fish, are worth 0 points, versus over here, they're worth 2 points, and over here, yellow goods are worth 0 points. These sheets are variable by player, so there's differences to them. That is going to be our actions, but because of that, we now have 2 fish mining levels unlocked and river fishing unlocked, so we do get these 2 goods. That's the good news. We're going to trade this in for this. That's going to be another neighbor bonus done, and that means we can go ahead and gain our purple badge. Purple badges are great because we can use our purple badge to go ahead and hopefully unlock our upgraded pickaxe. Then we're going to also get a wood. Now the wood is not helpful for anything except for coins or possibly these over here. The tricky part is I don't think I'm actually getting a lot more wood at this point. So I don't know if I want to lean into this because I'm only going to go down if I can. I think I'm going to try to only go down. I don't see the upside of going up here. So wood is not going to come. We might get wood over here, but I just don't think investing in wood is the right way to do. So we are going to sell our wood for a coin and start working our way towards the coins we need for the upgraded pickaxe, for better or for worse. Those are our actions. We are done with round 5. We're going to cross off these sections over here, check and check. And now we're going to go through our first scoring phase. Neighbor phase. We get 2 neighbor cards. We're going to add those to each side. We got another fishing card. That's great. And we have a wool card, which we're going to get in a second. That's amazing. That's going to give us those 2, which is going to give us those 2, which means at this point, all we need is money for the upgraded pickaxe. This is going great. This is going great. Money is the easiest thing to get, relatively speaking, assuming you're willing to make trade-offs. Then anyways, that's going to be these. We are then going to go to the scoring phase. So now we're going to score. I have 12 points for that because I have all 3 energy bars unlocked. That's the earliest I've ever done all 3 energy bars because usually I don't do that. Objective 1 is worth 12 points. Then we're going to go to the setup phase. We're going to discard these cards, putting them into our discard pile. And then we are going to go to drawing out new cards, which means we're going to have to do a shuffle, I believe. Yep, we're going to have to do a shuffle. This is 1 animal owned and 2 chopping levels. So we have that, which is good because we don't have either of these. 9 boxes covered with farming goods. We just don't have that right now. Can we get that? Well, we're actually about to get a bunch of things, so maybe. Because if an egg is worth 1 farming good, and then our thing is worth 3, we can get to 5 farming goods, which is not quite 9, unfortunately. Any other way to get farming goods easily? Not right now. Not super easily. Doable, potentially, not easily. So because of that, I mean, it's still good to be mindful of it because this gives you 2 actions, but also it gives you a tend action. It's not like I'm doing tending. A free tend is still not bad because you can put things on the board, but whatever. All right, we're going to put our last card out. So we have money. Money, money. Over here, we are going to go ahead. We do our growth phase, so we're going to tick these up. We have 2 eggs as well as a thingamajiggy. I think we're going to do that for this. So we're going to get the wool. We're going to give it as a neighbor bonus. This is still doing the growth phase. And then we're going to mark off that we've achieved these 2 boxes, which gives us a red badge and whatever the, gold thingy-majiggy is. This thing over here. Basically got those. So 3 more of these, 3 more coins, and we have our pickaxe, which is awesome. Then, from there, we have our 2 eggs, which then also, all of these are going to reset to level 1. But with our eggs, I think I am inclined to possibly go ahead and put them into this box over here. We could get coins. I guess coins is not bad. Let me think through my actions. My actions this round, do I even have a pickaxe action? I do. Over here, I have a pickaxe action, which could be a level 2 pickaxe action, which is not bad. If I start with a fishing, I don't have fishing. I have a chopping action. I'm going to do that to get that. And so I think that trying to get 2 coins is not bad. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to put them into this box yet, even though I probably should. Or maybe I'll put 1, because then it starts working my way towards a row. I don't know. There's rules around this box we haven't talked about yet. I will go ahead and get... I think I'll get my hands on... I don't know what makes the most sense. I'm going to get that action combined with that action. I'll do 1 box, okay? So I'm going to do 1 box over... No, I'm going to do 2. We're going to cross these off. So basically I'm selling both my eggs to just get 2 coins. Then we are going to take our actions. So we're going to start with a chopping action. We are going to use our energy bar that we already used last time, and we're going to chop over here. That's going to give us a bone, which is either a size 3 yellow or it's 2 coins. Let's start by doing the upgrade. The upgrade over here is going to give me a wood on my upgrading chopping. I'm going to trade that wood in for a coin, and now I have my upgraded pickaxe unlocked. Amazing. Then with the size 3, the bone over here, even though coins are nice, at this point I need to start going for my cargo manifest. So I'm going to go ahead and put another 3 boxes in 1, 2, 3. Now it's worth noting there's an empty box over here because you cannot have goods of the same type touching each other orthogonally, that you can always be able to look and see what that good was. So I know that this good was a bone, or the other thing, I guess, technically speaking. But it's not touching. There's a space in between, which I'll need to fill at some point. Also, you don't have to work your way bottom up. You can do anywhere you want. But with that, that was my first action of chopping, so we're done on that. And that brings us to my second action of over here, which I think I'm going to do a mining action now that I can take a level 2 mining action. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a level 2 mining action. Do I want to work my way down the path over here? Take a road less traveled? I don't know. Off the beaten path is not the worst. Let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to go 1 over here onto this path. So we're going to go 1. Okay, that gives me a medal over there. And then we're going to go 2 down here. Let's see what that does for me. That gives me a +1 chopping action. So I'm going to go over here. And we got another medal. Okay, so we have those 3 done. We got 2 medals and made our way closer to the path over there. Ooh, also, did I get a coin? I think I got a coin there. Have I gotten coins anywhere else? Let me just take a quick look at my sheet. I have specifically not been blowing this. Nope, I got a coin on that action. Good. Okay, so basically I'm going to get the following. I'm going to get 2 of these medals and a coin. My coin, where do I want to put my coin? Coins aren't going to be helpful over here. They're not going to be helpful over here. They could be helpful on this sheet, which is not bad. Let me first figure out what I'm doing with my medals, I guess. Because the medals are worth either a 1 yellow or a coin, which is also not great. But I could go down here. This isn't the worst. Because I have more of those coming. So I think I'll put my medals towards this. Although it means I'll need a stone somewhere, but I think I get stones some places. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. Okay. I guess more up here. I don't know. This might be a mistake. 2 medals. No, I'm going to do it. Do I want to do it? If I'm no longer working in the top area, then I'm no longer getting these medals. Unless they come from other goods up here. They do. They do come from other goods up here. Okay. I should have done this one. Okay, so when I said I'm doing this chopping action, I'm doing this chopping action, obviously, because I have 2 chopping levels already, and I have an animal owned. So I'm going to go back and do that in a second. So I'm going to retcon that. But in the meantime, I'm taking my 2 things over here, striking this off, striking that off. Great. Then I still have my 1 coin that I earned from here, and I'll start putting that towards a chopping action over here, I think. I think so. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that there. Then we are going to go towards this over here, where we're going to get another medal. We're going to do it that one over here. And then we get the fish. The fish can go towards, that's going to be a level 1 fish, which is blue. Blue fish. A blue fish, which could be $1. I'm just trying to think this through. Because I have to do that there, and then that there, if I'm working my way down. Man, I made some choices in this game. I think I'm going to take... I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the coin. I guess I'll take the coin. We'll take the coin. We'll do this here. Beautiful. Done. Okay. That was this action. That was this action. I am now completely done on my actions for round 6. We are halfway through the game. We are going to move on to the neighbor phase. Neighbor phase, I'm going to get a new one of these for this side. This one I'm going to keep because I think I can still get that over here. Although I'm going to keep it. Okay, we have an egg, which is not bad. We're going to be able to fill that shortly. And then we go to the scoring phase. Not relevant. Setup phase, we get rid of these task cards. This one is 2 completed columns in the cargo manifest. and this one is 4 projects completed. None of those things have been done. Not a single one. We are going to continue moving out our cards over here, and this one is 3 chopping levels. We do have 3 chopping levels. Great. So we're good on that. Then that gives me the stone I need. Amazing. So now we get to the growth phase. We're going to tick all these things up. That gives us 2 eggs. Our first egg is going to go as a contribution to the neighbor bonus, which is going to check off this box over here, which is going to give us one of these metals, which are the better metals. These metals are worth also 1 over there. Not helpful. They're worth more on this chart. We could do the advanced mines. I guess we're going to find more of those metals at some point. I think I'll go ahead and do one of these over here. We're going to do advanced mines. So we're going to cross this off there. Now we're working our way towards getting all of these things. Our second egg is going to go somewhere. An egg is equal to a level 1 green. So we are going to go ahead. I don't need money the same way at this point. We are starting to work more towards our cargo manifest. So I'm going to build a level 1 green in here. 2 completed columns is an interesting one because this gives so much. And this card is going to come back. So I think working my way towards a completed column is not a bad idea. But I'm also going to put this green over here in the meantime. Okay, we're going to get a green in the middle so we can get our row out of this. In the meantime, we are done with that, which means we now go to the action phase. In the action phase, we choose our 2 actions. 3 chopping levels feels like a good one to do, so we are going to choose this, and we are going to do a chopping level, and we're going to use our last energy bar to go ahead and move down over here. So we're really hoping, we're really begging that this next box here is that. If it is, I'll be very, very happy. If it isn't, I will not be very happy. It looks like it is. Is it? No, it's a tree trunk. That's terrible. It's not what I want at all. I don't care at all about the tree trunk. A tree trunk's not bad. It could give us the even better upgraded rod, which is not terrible. I think that is probably where I should put it. It's a little slower to unlock that, but I think it's good to get it. So we are going to work our way towards getting the upgraded rod. There's a lot of other places we can get a tree trunk. Specifically, even here is our second tree trunk, which means we just need 2 coins. And that'll give us a lot more things. The corners are often the best spots over there. So we did our chopping. We did a level 2 chopping powered by energy bars. We are now out of energy bars. Then now we get to go ahead and do these over here. I can take this or a tree trunk. Since we're anyways getting a tree trunk over here, I think we're going to take this and go ahead and mark off this on this box over here. That was card number 1. Wait, which card did I do? That was this one. No, I did the wrong card. Okay, one second. I keep on doing this. I think I'll solve that by just doing this anyways in a second. So for right now, though, I have this box over here. So I took... No, I can't take this. Oh my gosh, I owe myself one of these, okay? I took the wrong thing. So I'm taking this and that, which will be this and that, okay? So I've unlocked this, and I have to remember that I owe myself a bar there. So over here, we're going to put this metal. This is going to be a size 2 metal or 3 coins. That's interesting. Which do I want? Do I want a size 2 metal, or do I want 3 coins? If I knew the answer, I think 3 coins is good. But what do I want 3 coins for? The problem is I'm beginning to regret these 3 coins here. I think this would have been the better way to go. But the question is there a good place to put 3 coins regardless? 2 coins over here is not bad. And a 3rd coin somewhere? Because I am working my way towards that now. I think we are going to do that. We're going to do 3 coins. So we're going to go 1, 2. We're granted the better fishing rod. And we might even do the one here. No, I could do this here and take a level 2. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to go there. That's going to give us a free action here, which we are going to... Ooh, do I want to do that? No, I don't know if I want to do that. Gosh, I gotta stop playing with pens. If I do that now, I get a level 2 chopping. The problem is I think I need 2 choppings to get to the bottom of this. I need that chopping elsewhere. So I'm not going to do that coin. I'm going to come back and take that action later because I'm going to power up. I'm going to combine this chopping with another chopping to get down here, which I need to do. So instead what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and cross off this one. No, I'll do a buyback program. I'm certainly going to use that at some point. Like, I might want this, but at least I'm not going to waste it until I know I want it. So I'm going to do this over here. Buyback program is excellent. I will almost always use that at some point in the game. Okay, those are my 2 actions. I did this card and this card. I fudged up a little bit as far as the, tracking things. This goes check mark there. I should go ahead and turn these over, by the way, and see what's coming. 9 boxes covered with fishing goods. That would be amazing. 9 boxes covered with mining goods. I actually have 4 boxes covered with mining goods. So those are good. Those are not bad in general. I'm just not ready for them yet. These will come off, and we will see what we get. So this will go down here. We do our neighbor bonus phase. I did not do this one, but we will keep it. And I'm going to see what we have over here. We have an egg, which will be helpful later, but I might keep it, might not. Then we're going to do the scoring phase, not relevant. The setup phase. We have these cards, 2 neighbor rewards completed. Okay, 2 plus neighbor rewards. I guess that's not bad, but it's also just this. Either fishing rod upgrade unlocked. That's good. These 2, and then we have this one and this one. Okay, so now I think I need that coin. How am I going to get that coin? I'll get it with something else, and I'll pair that up with that. So over here, this one I won't be able to get. Now the question is, if I have 4 over here, I could unlock any of these things, but none of these are level 5. So now the single thing on this grid will give me 5 mining goods. So therefore, there's not an incentive to try to rush that, which means this might be the better way to go. I could pair this up with that. I could take these 2 actions and pair these together, which is not bad. I might do that, because I really want to get the lure first before I head into fishing. So I think I'll do that. I'm going to pair these 2 up to go ahead and move down on that track. So I'm going to use both of my chopping actions in order to do that. And I'm really hoping for that little thing here. Please, please, please. It is the thingy. Yes, I'm very happy with that, because I'm done with chopping at this point. That's it. I'm no longer chopping. So now I just got that, which is going to be a few things. It's going to be 1 more wood, which I wasn't really planning on. I'll have to spend that somewhere. I guess I can spend it on a coin. Let's come back to that soon. You know, let's just spend it on a coin. We're kind of done with the wood outside of whatever we got. I think we're going to spend it on a coin over here. Then we got that, which we're going to use for this, which means I now have an upgraded fishing action. That's amazing. So I used both of these for that, and I have both of these upgrades, so I'm going to get both of these too. This one, I don't think I need anything, because I'm not trying to get an upgraded hatchet at any point. So I could use that as a level 1 heart or a coin. I think I'll use it as a level 1 heart, which is not a bad way to kind of break up and just move our way up here. It's not the best. It's not the most exciting. Do I have any place I can place badges here? No. So we're going to put a level 1 heart over here and work our way towards trying to make a column. Then that was this. Over here, we have that, which is going to be, again, a mining good, which is not bad. So I think we'll do a mining good, trying to work our way towards those 5 mining goods, those 9 mining goods in our cargo manifest. So we're going to sell this over here for, not really sell it, we're just placing it into our cargo manifest as a level 1, and we are working our way up that column. Okay, those are my 2 actions. So I didn't do any of these over here. These are going to be great for me later. They're not helpful right now. I should probably look at what's coming next. We have this. 5 mining levels, which I will not have, and lake fishing unlocked. Did I just unlock lake fishing? I did. I just unlocked lake fishing. Let's put our lake fishing card over here so we can see them. We have our lake fishing, which is even better options. These are going to go away. In the neighbor phase, we technically are going to get to the neighbor phase now. I will still keep both of those, both of these, because I'll get them soon. Well, I guess maybe not. I might be better off taking a new neighbor card. I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to take a new neighbor card. Okay, and we got that, which might be better, might not be. Then we're going to go to the scoring phase, not relevant yet. At the end of next round, it will be. This is our last round in yellow. And then we are going to go to the setup phase, where we're going to put out 2 new task cards and flip over the round 3 task cards and see what's coming. So we have our round 3 and our round 3. Fishing plant or animal badge unlocked. 15 boxes with fishing goods. This is a good game for going fishing, I'll say that. I'm going to put our 3 cards over here. And we have this one, which is 1 energy bars collected. That's basically 2 free money, which is not a bad thing. Don't forget, I owe myself one of those at some point. Then we're going to go to the growth phase. These are going to tick up, and tick up. And we got our first wool. So that wool is probably going to go into the cargo manifest because it's a size 3 green, which I am here for. So we're going to place it against this corner here because we can't have yellow in this corner. So going to 1, 2, and 3, placing that in the corner. So we have 4 farming goods in our cargo manifest. Then this is going to reset to level 1. Next round, we're going to get 2 more eggs. And in the meantime, we have actions to take. So right now, I think it's not the craziest. We now have our enhanced lure, which means we can go fishing twice, which is great. We can basically add a fishing action every time we go fishing. It's amazing. We also have lake fishing unlocked. We did this, so I think we're inclined to take this card and this card, which means let's start with this card. Let's take 2 energy bars. 2 money. Am I going to do anything with the 2 money? I mean, we have all of these over here, which can be helpful. Outside of that, money doesn't have a ton of economy, but it's still better than getting nothing else out of it. And I could cross it off for these 2 actions. The buyback program is the question, because I don't know what I want from the buyback program, at least not yet. The tree trunk we're going to probably get sooner rather than later, especially if we go fishing over here. Lake fishing is interesting, because technically this card won't be fulfilled with lake fishing. So maybe I should have gotten rid of that. It's too late now. And what are the other cards? We have a lake fishing unlocked, and then execute any of the 4 main tasks. The 4 main tasks could be going down over here, because that will help me get this. I think that makes sense probably. And it works our way towards the bottom. What do we do here? Gain 5 points for each animal type and each fishing spot unlocked. Can I unlock both fishing spots this round? If I go 2, 2, 2, it's possible. And that would be another 5 points. It's not crazy. Let's do that. So we're going to start with the following. We're going to do we're going to not do this first. We're going to start with that. Lake fishing unlocked, but we're not doing fishing. We're going to do oh, that's going to be a chopping action. I guess we are doing fishing then. Okay. So if we need 2 goods, this can go towards chopping. So we're going to do this after all. So we're going to use 1 coin to go ahead and do this over here. The other coin could go towards this, but then I need to spend it, and I don't know what I want for this action yet. I could take a tree trunk, but I don't think that's better for me. Man, what do I do? What do I do? A coin can go towards a lot of different things. I guess I could throw it towards that. That's not helpful. Buyback program. What am I don't want to do the buyback program. I want to save that for later in the game when I don't know what I need yet. So I think we are going to go ahead and throw it towards the wood over here. Why not? Why not? So we're going to throw that towards the wood. We'll see what happens. Maybe I use it, maybe I don't. So our second coin went there. Our first coin went here. Then we have 2 actions. We have this one, execute any one of the 4 main tasks, and this one where I'm going to go pickaxe. So we're going to use that as my pickaxe, and that means I can take 2 pickaxes going deeper into this road here. I am going to go along the beaten path, for better or for worse. And we start by getting a +2 on the chopping action, which again allows us to drop even further in the path. So this is still our first chopping action, and our first chopping action is going to get us this over here, which means we are going to be able to check off that. Because remember, I didn't do that yet, so we checked off that. Now I'm going to do my second chopping action, hoping for another +1 on the pickaxe, which means we did indeed go all the way to the bottom because we got a +2 on the pickaxe. So now I can go all the way to the bottom of this, and we got our first geode. So a few things happen. First of all, we unlocked grotto fishing, which is amazing. We now have all of the fishing actions, which is great for an extra 5 points here. We've officially accomplished the goal of all fishing spots unlocked. At this point, we just need 115 points. We also unlocked a geode. A geode is going to be rolled on this grid here. You get a special geode card, and you roll, and I got whatever I want and a 5. So if whatever I want and a 5, getting that is probably the most valuable. That one over there is a size 4. Now I could do a variety of things. I think it makes sense to put it into the mining grid for a few reasons, not least of which is I get 4 points for everything in the grid that is a size 4. So I think I'm going to take this over here. So that's going to be 4 and 5. We're going to take that one. There's possible other things I can do with it, but I think that makes the most sense. The other option is I could try to cash in this for the neighbor bonus, which will give me another geode. Oh, do I do that? But I'm going to get that later. I'm probably going to fulfill the neighbor bonus on that side. I'm gonna get this thing here now. I'm going to get that. That's too good of a roll. I don't want to risk it. So we're going. This would be the same thing. I can trade this in, but then I don't know what I'll get on this grid. No, I'm just going to do this one. I'm going to do this one right now. So I'm going to do this one right now. So I'm going to put into my cargo manifest. We're going to put a size 4. So we're going to go up here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, I apologize you can't see the yellows well. I can barely see them, and I'm right here. But we got a section of 4 here, which means 2 more will get 1 column unlocked. Which, again, columns are going to be helpful to unlock. So that is as far as that. We're keeping the neighbor bonus. We have done the energy bar action with this, which got us with that. So we got 2 actions at a size 2 each. And now we're going to do the lumberjack fisher. The lumberjack fisher is going to allow us to roll a die. And we have all the areas unlocked. So at this point, going for the corners in this, grotto fishing is great for the corners. Grotto fishing is great if you have your upgraded rod 2. With upgraded rod 1, it's less beneficial, I think. I think it's more likely to get a payoff out of lake fishing. But I also want to go river fishing, but fortunately I have 2 fishing actions. Although, where's my rulebook at? When I get upgraded fishing actions, can I do them in separate areas? That's the question. Okay. A lure allows you to catch an additional fish in their rod's catch area. Oh, so it's not a fishing action. Players may unlock any one lure. So interesting. So it says fishing action. It's not really that. It's you get one more fish from the area in which you roll the die. So and you can't choose the same thing twice. So lures are only helpful if you have an upgraded rod. So I think I knew that, but I forgot that because it says fishing action. Honestly, Ivy Studios, if you're watching this video, I wouldn't call that a fishing action. I would change the terminology on the sheets. I think that's misleading. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll. At which point, I think if we go for this area here, we can actually possibly get this as well. So I may just go river fishing this round because I'm able to do both my bonuses. So we're going to go river fishing. We're going to roll the dice and we got a 2 and a 1. That's over here. So we got a tree trunk. So it's not the best, honestly. We could get the tree trunk out of it. So we'll go ahead and take the tree trunk. That's not the worst, not the best. Well, actually, no, we're not going to do the tree trunk. We'll do a level 1 fish first of all, which will be this over here. So 2-1 is, 2-1's over here. Okay, so it's that one. So we're going to get the level 1 fish. We're going to trade this in for the neighbor bonus. That is going to allow us to get a tree trunk down here, which is why I changed my mind there. We'll get a tree trunk. We've now unlocked rod 2 for better or for worse. Then I'm going to take this one over here, which is a level 2 fish, and I'm going to put it into my manifest. So we're going to get this over here. We're going to put a level 2 fish into the cargo manifest. Almost done with that first row. We only need 2 more, no, 3 more items over here, and then we have that first row complete, which will give us free actions whenever you complete a row. So there we did. We did that. We unlocked the bonus. We did not get the geo thingy on this side this round. We are done with that round. We are going to mark off. We are done with round 9 over here. 3 more rounds to go. And then we are going to go ahead and go through the order. Neighbor phase. We're going to take a new card. We're going to keep this in play. We have a pineapple. Are we going to get pineapples? No, we're not. So we're going to throw that away as soon as we have a chance to do so. Then we're going to go to the scoring phase. We are going to score 15 points. Well, actually more than that. We have score 5 points for each animal type owned and each fishing spot unlocked. I assume that means the unlocked fishing spot's not your default one. So it's going to be 15 points for that and 2 animals. So we're going to get 25 points, which is not a bad score over there. Then we are going to go ahead and go to the growth phase, the setup phase. So we're going to discard these cards into our discard pile. We are going to gather these, putting these out. We're going to reveal the next cards coming out, which is going to be Lake Fishing Unlock, which I have, and 25 boxes covered in the Cargo Manifest, which we are getting there closely, getting there soon. How many boxes do we have uncovered? That's a good question. We'll look at that next turn. Actually, no, we'll look at it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We need 9 more goods to benefit from that card next round. Also, this is a chopping action and a tend action, which is not actually leaning in towards our objectives. I don't know if I care, I'm realizing. This one, though, will be great. So in that case, we now go to the growth phase. We tick up all crops, which means we have 2 eggs coming our way. We're going to go ahead and reset those dice to 1 and put both of those eggs into our cargo manifest. They're both green farmer goods. So with that, we are going to put 1 egg over here because why not? 1 egg like so. And then we're going to put 1 egg over here because, again, why not? And that's going to be our goods as far as the cargo manifest goes. Then we are going to go ahead and do the growth. We did that. We're going to do the task phase, complete 2 task cards. I benefit from this one more so, and I benefit from this one more so. No, wait, 15 boxes covered with fishing goods. We definitely don't have that. We might be able to, depending on how this plays out. Fishing, plant, or animal badge unlocked. Do I have a plant badge unlocked? I do not. Do I have a fishing badge unlocked? I most certainly do not. Do I have a animal badge unlocked? I do not. So we actually won't benefit from that right now. So maybe it's worth doing it anyway, just to get 2 fishing actions to get 15 boxes. But in order to do that, 15 boxes is a lot. I'm not going to benefit from that right now. This is too much. It's too much for me. So what we could do is we're going to do the 2 mining levels, okay? That will give us a pineapple, which will help us with this good. Amazing, which will then give us the geode, which will help us, not really geode, whatever this is, which will help us with this. So we got those covered, which will give us a geode down here. This is going to be a great card. So let's start with that. Let's go ahead and do the mining goods. Let's go and just go off into the beaten path over here. We're going to go to the left right now. So we're going to go to the left over here. We're going to scratch off this. And what do we get for it? We got that level 4 geode. That's that thing over here, which is a size 4 yellow. So a size 4 yellow is going to go in here, but not over here because that would be a bad place to put it. So we are placing a size 4 yellow. And I guess the way we'll do that is we're going to go over here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. A prime spot for an egg over here and an egg over here. So that was great. That's going to be what we got down here, which I think is solid. It does not give us a mining upgrade level, so we didn't upgrade this. Then, because of that, it's going to give us this over here, which is going to give us the pineapple, which we can trade in, which will then give us this over here, which we can trade in. So we got both of those done. So let's take all those rewards in order. On this side, we got our thingy, cross it off. Then we do that on this side, which will give us 2 on this thingy. So we're going to be going geode mining in a second, and we got a purple badge. Purple badge is 2 hearts, which is good because then we can do that over there. I love this. I love this. Let's go ahead and do the geode first because that comes in order anyway. On our geode track, that is a 1-5. A 1-5 is another one of those. So we got that back anyway. That is a size 3. A size 3 green, which I think is worth taking. So the way we're going to handle that is we're going to put the size 3 green over here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we'll put it over there. That's a size 3 green. Then we are going to take, that's this over there. Then we are going to take the purple badge, which is going to be a size 2 red. And the size 2 red is going to give us a mining action because we're going to put it over here. And that completes the row, which means we get to mark off this. And we get ourselves a mining action. So now we are going to go ahead and mine again. Once again, pushing off into the darkness, trying to see what goods we can get our hands on. And we got ourselves another one of those, but this time with a mining upgrade. Sorry, this doesn't actually move the best. I'm gonna have to do this a little bit off screen because it doesn't scratch on my surface as well as I would like. But effectively, it is the same one of these, so it's another size 4, which is great because every one of those is a bonus 4 points thanks to this. And it comes with an upgrade as well on our mining, which is going to give us a level 1 stone, which we can use to put over here, which can give us a little metal. The metal is a size 2 purple. I think we're going to take a size 2 purple. So now we're putting a size 4 yellow and a size 2 purple into this grid. Keeping in mind that the 4 yellows can't go here. They're worth 0 points. They could go there. They're just worth 0 points if we put them there. So right now with that, we're going to put a size 4 yellow. I think going 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the way to do that. And then with our size 2 purple, we are going to put it over here, I think, because that's a good spot to put it, where it kind of closes that gap nicely, and a 1 and a 2, and we now have 1 column, and we are 3 away, or even 2 away from another column, which is helpful if that card comes back out with those bonuses. So we did a lot this turn. That's not even done. That's just this one card. That gave us that, which gave us that, which cascaded into that. Things get a little trippy at this point. Our next card should be a fishing action. Could we get a fishing plant or animal badge unlocked? I don't believe we could. So we may as well try to do, because at most we can get, yeah, we can't get that. There's no way we can get a badge unlocked. So we're going to go ahead and do this over here, just in case we have something crazy. We have our upgraded mining rod. So at this point, it is good to go for grotto fishing, I think. I think grotto fishing is the way I want to go. Do I? There's so many things to get at this point. Yellows. My board's going to get filled with yellows if I'm not careful. I'm trying to get fish. Grotto fishing is going to have better fish. It gives us more chances of getting the size 4 fish. So I think so. So we're going to go grotto fishing and we're going to roll the dice. And we got a 3 and a 5. 5 is over here. 3 is over here. So we can take anything in the boxes around that, which means we are going to take that level 4 fish, which is amazing because that level 4 fish translates into... we want to do over here, I guess. No, I don't know where to put this. I can go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go up a level. I guess that makes sense. What's the other fish I'm getting? The other fish I'm getting is the size 3 fish. So a size 3 fish should probably go over here, like so. 1, 2, and 3. And then a size 4 fish should go 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's a little, because you can't have them touching, if you recall. So those are the fish we put out. That was this one and that one because we landed on a 3-4, 3-5. Wait, what did I do it right? Yeah, 3-5. 3-5 is over here, and I took the center, and I took a 3-2. 2-5, I mean. Those are the ones we did, which is a pretty good turn overall. We don't have 15 boxes. We are still good to go. These are going to clear. We get to the neighbor phase. In the neighbor phase of the next round, we are going to mark off on our grid that we moved into round 10. 10 is done. Not 10. 10 is done. We are going to grab 2 neighbor cards and see what we got. We have a tree trunk for the side, and a pineapple again. The pineapple's terrible. The tree trunk is potentially good. I feel like there are places to... Oh, I'm working my way towards a tree trunk over here. So 2 money will give me this, which will give me 2 bonuses, which is amazing. Okay. Then we're going to do the setup phase. So we're going to put out 2 new cards and then shuffle. And these cards are going to come out. Lake Fishing Unlocked, which we definitely have. And then the other one is 25 boxes covered in Cargo Manifest, but we don't care about that action anyway. In fact, we care more about this one or that one for that matter. And both of them we have. River Fishing Unlocked is not bad. That'll give us a size 2 fish, which is not the worst to put into the grid somewhere. We'll figure this out. Let's go ahead and shuffle this up, and we're going to put this out. And we have 9 boxes covered with farming goods, but that's a tend one. I don't care about tend. Okay, So, moving on, this one's going to be 3 completed columns in the cargo manifest. That's probably doable. And this is 15 boxes covered with farming goods, which is not doable at all and not desired. So now we're going to go into the second last round. We have to do our growth, so we are going to get our hands on that growth over there. And that's going to give us 9 boxes covered with farming goods. Is a 10 action, but a 10 action doesn't help me. But we do have 9 boxes covered with farming goods, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do have this in case we want it. I think this is better for us. So right now, we got to those boxes. So we got 2 eggs as well as our sheep goods. So with that, our sheep good is going to be a size 3 green. And we are going to take a size 3 green in this cargo manifest because I think it just makes sense to do so. In fact, I think putting it over here, 1, 2, 3 is optimal. Then we also have 2 eggs, which are size 1 green. We're going to put 1 over here, like so. We could put 1 here, which would make it pretty easy to get something else here. I think that makes sense. So we're going to put 1 here and then try to get something else into that 3 shape, which should be doable, but it's not a blue because blue would be inefficient, but we can work our way towards those 3 columns, which would be great for market cultivator. Then we get to go ahead, choose 1 good in any of your projects. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's take our actions. So river fishing unlocked is not a bad one. Lake fishing unlocked is probably a good one too. River fishing unlocked is going to give us a size 2 blue fish. This is going to give us a size 3 bone. The yellow we can't really place out, but we could trade it in for 2 money, which would be a tree trunk, which would be this good over here, which would get us the bone right back. So I think let's go ahead and start with that. So we're going to do lake fishing. We are going to go fishing, I believe. So we're going to roll. We are going to once again go for this big grotto fishing one. So we're going to roll and see what we get. We have a 1 and a 3. So 1 and a 3 is there. And we can take from the grid section, which means we're going to take a level 4. And it's going to be a level 2 fish. So our level 4 fish is going to go, how are we going to do this? We'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then our level 2 fish, this is where it gets tricky because do I want to try to get bigger fish in here specifically? I think if we do a 2 fish here, we kind of cut out. At that point, we can only go here and here. Yeah, I think getting a higher fish is probably better. So we're not going to put our level 2 fish into there. We'll put it instead into here, I guess. Let's go over here. 1 and 2. Okay, that's our level 2 fish over there. Although I probably should have... No, I can't do it there. Okay, that was our grotto fishing. Then we also got this one, which is another level 2 fish. That's another level 2 fish, so we're going to continue to build out my fishing game over here. So we're going to build out 1 over here and 1 over there. Beautiful. Then we get our bone. The bone we're going to sell for $2, which feels a little crazy, but I just can't fit that many yellow goods into my grid anyway. Yellow good... That's going to be a size 3 yellow. Yeah, so we're going to trade it for 2 money. That's going to allow us to cross off this over here, which is going to allow us to do the tree trunk, which is going to give us the bone right back, as well as a red badge for 1 heart, which is worth doing. So this goes away. We got 2 more neighbor boxes. We are then going to take our heart marker, because we're going to trade this in for a single heart. And I think, what's the other one? The other one's a bone. We can't put a 3 yellow over there. So we're working our way towards the columns. We could get this one over here. I guess, no, we can't do a heart there. We could do a heart over here. So I'm going to do a heart over here to try to get that box done. And then we also have 3 yellow. 3 yellow could go in a variety of places. I could trade it for money, but I don't think that's worth it. Also, let me just, for accuracy's sake, let me mark off. I'm not really doing badges this round, but I think I'm doing a lot of other points. Let's go to this. We did that. Because if I was doing more badges... I mean, I do have this medal. Did I put this medal onto the grid? I think I did. That was a 2 purple over here. Yeah, that we did that. We really have not done a lot of medals. The other medal we sold. Let me cross this off. The other medal we sold. We still want to get this over here for the advanced mines. That would be great. And there's more. There's so much to do. So much to do. We are going to do some things. Because I didn't really do the... I could have done the animals here. I could have been putting this over here as well. And I couldn't do the animals over here. We're not going to get more eggs because we're currently finishing round 11. So I'm not going to get more benefit from that. I probably should have considered turning my animals into badges. I forgot about that. You know what? It is what it is. But we're going to take our bone, which we're still trying to do. I think with the bone, we could go 1, 2, 3, but that leaves 2 empty spots. I think it's still worth it. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 and put our yellow goods over there. Okay. Then... that was lake fishing and river fishing, and I think we are officially done with this round. Okay. We are so close to the end. So close. The last round, the final countdown. Neighbor face. We'll discard this card and take 2 cards. We're going to put this card over here and this card over here. I can probably get this card, but it's going to be a little tricky. I'll have to give up grotto fishing. I might even have to give up, honestly, this is tricky. This card over here, I can get from... where do I get this? Where do I get those guys? Do I get them down here? I don't even know where I get those guys. I get them on the river fishing. So river fishing is actually a good place to get both of these, which is not bad. Anyways, setup. We're going to discard these cards over here. These cards are gone, forever to be gone. We're going to deal out 3 new cards. We have our lake fishing unlocked one, which is not bad. We have 5 mining levels, which we do not have. We have these 2 cards sliding down, and we are into the final round. 3 completed columns in cargo manifest. I don't have that yet, so I'm inclined to probably do the mining levels one's probably the way to go, because I could do lake fishing twice, or I could do the mining levels once. Is the mining levels worth it? Will I even get a payoff? Because I can put something big over here. What am I hoping for down here? What am I hoping for? I'm hoping for that, honestly, because that would give me a medal, but it's only 1 box. Is that really worth it? I mean, otherwise I wasted those, but, you know, that's part of the game. Or alternatively, do I just go fishing twice for hoping for a big payoff there? I still have a chance to get extra actions from these rows as well, but I'd need something else over there. But I could trade that. These are yellow. I can't put... Oh, I could put a yellow there, but I need a 3... I need like a shape over there. Oh, these tick up, by the way, but that won't help me because these go... That goes to 2. That goes to 3. That won't help me at all. So we're done with our animals. So what can I do to maximize my take-home on the very final round of the game? It's so close. 3 completed columns in a cargo manifest. If I go down here, that doesn't give me what I want, because I can't get the columns out of this. I could get a column over here with fishing. I could get a single column depending on what I draw, which I think is not the craziest. It would require me going over here, but I think I can do that because that'll help me with these over here anyway. So I think if I go with lake fishing, that's the way to go. So this is going to go back up. We are going to go for a double fishing action. So right now, we're going to go fishing again, and we're going to start with a river fishing action. So we're going to roll on river fishing. We got, oh, okay, that's good because we got 1 of anything. So we got a 1, and then this is any row. So I could choose row 5, which would give me this fish and not this one. This one would have to come from, where does it come from? It comes from this row 2. So 1, and this is definitely a 1. If I go here, I can do both of these. So if I choose 4, I can do this and that, which would give me both of those cards, which I think is the way to go. So that's what we're going to do. So we're doing river fishing, and we're choosing this and that. That's going to be this card and this card traded in for more boxes unlocked. The reason that's good is it's going to let me complete this track over here on this side, which means I got a lot of things. I got the heart, which I can trade in for a 4 grid, and I got another heart. So we're going to get a lot of hearts on this grid, as well as this thingy over here, which is going to be a 4 yellow. Now, 4 yellow I could put over here. I'm not yet sure if I want to. The alternative is, otherwise I can't put it anywhere. So I think I am going to put it there. So we're going to put a 4 yellow on this column over here. 4 yellow. Let's see. We need to do the side of the thingy. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, because it's still worth a point in that box, and otherwise there's nowhere else to put it. And 4 size goods are excellent for us, as you remember, because of this. Then we get a 4 hearts, which again is going to be scoring for that as well. So we're getting a lot out of this. This one, we can put a 4 heart over 1, 2, 3, and 4. That gives us a second full column over here, but we still don't have a column elsewhere. But if I do go into this corner over here, we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We might be able to get something. Oh, I probably should have gone lower, because this will give me fishing. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'll come back and fix this here. This 4 red is gonna go here. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's just the right move. And then that I'll figure out. This is my least favorite part of 10, honestly, when I immediately realize a mistake and everything's already inked out, because you can't just play this with pencil and feel the same. So that was this box done. That will then give me these 2, which I can turn around and cash in, or I can, again, I should have been mindful of this. I forgot about this box. But I think both of those are going to be trashed in for a single yellow, because over here, if I put a single yellow over here, one of them is going to be a single yellow for sure, because that's legal, and that gives me a completed column. And I could put it here just to get the completed row and the chop action, which is not the craziest. Is that what I want? You know what? I will. I will put it over here because I don't think anything else is better. So that's going to give me a chop action, but 0 points. So we're going to mark this off. We got ourselves a chop action. And this one I already did over here. Okay. And then we are going to go chopping. Where am I going to go chopping? It's only a 1 chop. So we will go... We'll go off here. That I'm going to just go scratch off the table over here. But we're going to go there. And that gave me a tree trunk and an upgrade. What can I do with the tree trunk? We're going to find out. So basically, just to show you this over here, that was the tree trunk, as well as an upgrade, which means a wood. So let's see what I can trade those in for, because none of them, I think, are worth a cargo manifest base. So they're all just worth coins, probably. And since the last turn, getting 3 coins out of it is not crazy. I don't think there's anything else I can do that is worthwhile. I could go ahead and get 3 coins. So 1 coin over here. So we're going to do 1 coin, which is this one. Do I even dare do this? There's no point. There's no point. So I'm going to do this one over here. And that's going to give me a good of my choice, which I guess, given the fact that I'm going fishing, I may as well do this one, which will give me this. Okay, that's going to be a size 4 metal, which is amazing. So a size 4 purple metal is going to be what I get here. And I get another coin, another 2 coins, which I'll trade in for this. So I'm going to get one of those. And let's just do this just in case. Okay, so then we need to cross this off. We're going to get another size 1 yellow, which I don't think is actually helpful for me. So you know what? Instead of doing this one, I may as well just go for this, which might be something better for me. So I'm going to do 2 over here, and I didn't do this. And then the other thing I got was this metal. So I need a size 4 purple in this shape over here. So size 4 purple, anywhere I can put it that's legal there? Not really. I can't even go in there that, like, ideally. I could go over here. I'm going to go over here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's going to give me another fishing action because I just finished a row there. Oh, that's the wrong space. Oh my gosh, this is the problem. It's the problem. So that needs a little Ivy Studios. We need a little like whiteout. This game needs to come with whiteout. That would be great. Honestly, a little whiteout thing would be amazing. So that gives me a fishing action. We still haven't done our second action, by the way, for the record. And that's going to be a doozy because now I have this. I'm going to be able to cross out a good in any of my projects. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, that's good to know. But I'm going to get my extra fishing action out of this over here, which means we get to go fishing again. I'm going to go grotto fishing, I think. So we're going to go grotto fishing. We're going to roll the dice. And we got a 1-2. So a 1-2 means over here, which means we can get a geode and a size 4 fish. We're going to take our size 4 fish and we're going to put it. That's going to be, I'm just going to outline this box over here. This is our size 4 fish. Okay. That is our size 4 fish. We'll go ahead and do that. Just for, again, I knew I'd have to do it somewhere, but that's what we're going to do there. Then we also get a geode. So we're going to roll on the geode chart. So we're going to roll over here. Is that even what I want? Before I do that, is that what I want? Because geode is going to give me a bunch of things that aren't necessarily helpful, but it could go towards these things. I still have 2 towards that. Maybe it's worth it? I guess so. Let's do it. Okay, so we got a 5 and a 2. 5 over here is here. 2 is that, so we get a bone. Do I want the bone? I don't want the bone. The bone is a size 3 yellow, which is not helpful. Can I do anything else that is helpful? Oh, by the way, I do have this over here. Because I've done 2 rows, I've unlocked the medal. You get the medal whenever you've done 2 rows. Now, if I'm going to get a good in any of my projects, and I just got a bone, I could throw the bone, let's say, over here. But that's not necessarily the most inspiring. But, like, you know, what should I do? What else should I do? I don't think it helps me to go in this grid here, because there's no way I can put yellow that's worth points. I could just do it for the sake of finishing a column, maybe. But it's going to be so hard to do it. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and throw this over here. It feels crazy, but, you know, we got a bone. So we're going to put this over here. So there we go. That was our geode farming, which means it's time for our very last action, which we can't even do. Oh, this is going to be a good in our project. I did this. There's no other fishing I can do. So I guess we have to go, my gosh. Okay, we're going to do a level 2 mining. So we're going to go down over here, and we're going to go mining to the right. Okay, actually going to go down here and mine on this one specifically. Why that one? No idea. But we got a rainbow out of it, and we got an upgrade. So we got a rainbow and an upgrade to our mining level. So the mining level upgrade is going to be over here. So we get another rock, for better or for worse. What can we do with a rock? It's a size 1 yellow. Do we want a size 1 yellow anywhere? I don't think we do. Do we want a rock anywhere? I don't think we care about it. Should we throw it somewhere just in case? We'll throw it down over here. Why not? Now we have a money. We can turn a rock into a money. So we'll cross off this. Is that good? This is good. We'll cross off the money over there. That'll give us a size 1 heart that we can put anywhere. And the size 1 heart is not bad because that might help us finish another row. Do we have any almost completed rows? We do. Right here, a size 1 heart would be great because it would give us another finding action. In the meantime, what else did we do? We got a rainbow. A rainbow is a size 4 yellow where I can't put anywhere. I can't put it anywhere on this grid. That's the worst. So what I can do, no, I can't even do that. I can't even do that. My grid's too full of yellows. There's nowhere I can put a 4 yellow, even for no points. So I'm going to trade that rainbow in. Is it useful to put it? Oh, no. I'm going to put the rainbow over here because this is what we can do. We're going to put the rainbow over here because I got down here. And then cross out any good in your project. We'll do this. That will give us this one over here. We got a generalist badge. Would have been helpful if we had done any of the fishing stuff, but whatever. The generalist badge gives us this over here, which is a size 4 purple or 5 coins. Can we fit a size 4 purple? We can, which is amazing. Amazing. Which means if we go like this, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, we now have another row, which means we can go fishing again. Yes, this is getting a little crazy. That can happen. So we're going to do this over here, and we go fishing, which means we will once again. Well, I need to think about where I want to go fishing now, because is lake fishing better? Lake fishing could be better. It would be great if I can get 1 more of these. I already did the buyback program, so I can't use that. If I can get 1 more, that'd be an additional 20 points. But I think we are still going to go lake fishing. For better or for worse, we're doing lake fishing. So lake fishing. All right, we're going to roll dice. We have a 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3 is over here, which means we got this guy who is a level 2 fish. But we also have this guy who's a level 3 fish. So we can get a level 3 fish and a level 2 fish. I think we're going to start with a level 2 fish because that level 2 fish can go over here. And then the level 3 fish, what can we do with the level 3 fish? With the level 3 fish, can we put it anywhere on the grid? I don't think we can. So at this point, that level 3 fish could instead be turned into $3. And $3 can be turned into, I don't know. If we can do something here, can we turn it into anything that goes here? I don't think we can. I think we are all out of ideas at this point. I think we'll go ahead and donate the $3 to charity at this point. Because I don't think there's anything we turn into. We can't. An iron won't help us. There's nowhere to put yellow. Purple blueprint won't help us. That's not good. So none of these things can go anywhere else that realistically help us. So I think we are done. It's still pretty solid. Okay, final scoring. Let's go ahead and do this. Gain 4 points for each, For each 4 size good in your manifest. So we have the following. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 times 4 or 44 points. We had a high scoring game. This might be actually the highest score I ever get. 44 points. That's 12 plus 25 plus 44 is 45 plus 25 is 69 plus 12 is 81. All right, then goods and stalls. So we get no goods over here. So it's basically 1 point per good, but no blue goods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Basically makes sense. 32 minus 2. I could just do it that way, honestly. Then the last stall, same idea. We're going to do full is 32, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and minus 5, because this purple is mistakenly placed. So it's 27 points. And then over here, it's going to be a full grid, minus 1, 2, 3, brings us to 29, but plus 1 extra point for every blue. So 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 is 43 points, which brings us to 43 plus 27 is 70, plus 30 is 100. And then for our neighbor bonuses, we have 7 on this side and 8 on that side. That's 15 times 3 is going to be, 15 times 3 is 45. And then our badges, we only have 5 points for badges. That's going to be another 50 points, which means our total score is 150 plus 81 for 231, which is actually a very good score, assuming I didn't cheat like 5 times. I'm pretty sure I played everything completely kosher. But there's always the possibility I made a misstep, aside from the boo-boos where I corrected things. But I think I did it all correctly. I think this was just a really good game. 231 is the highest score I've ever gotten in 10. I'm glad it was all on camera. Anyways, that is basically a solo gameplay of 10. 10 from Ivy Studios. This game has continued to grow on me. My initial thoughts on this one was I was much more medium on it when I first played it. I've been enjoying this one a lot more as I've continued to dive into it. I don't know if that's changes from the final game versus the prototype. I don't know if that's me just getting better at it. I've tried multiple pathways. I think the only pathway I haven't fully tried, no, not only, but like a pathway I definitely have not fully tried is going all in on tending, which maybe I should do that sometime. Anyways, if you want to see another solo gameplay, which I totally get if you don't, by the way, this is a hard game to follow. Like, I'm doing this, solo Sunday gameplays are me having fun, and then filming them too. But 10 is a hard game to follow on camera. But that said, if you do want to see more 10 gameplays, all you have to do is tell me which challenge you want to see done. As a reminder, we were trying to get all the fishing areas unlocked with 115 points. And we did it with 231 points, over doubling that. So I'm pretty happy with how that played out. Anyways, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. I hope you enjoy your own Sunday. And as always, I hope you have a good one.